The game has arrived. Recently, I heard rumors about a cursed Godzilla Monster of Monsters cartridge. Supposedly, when you go in far enough, the game would start connecting with its players, and the longer you play, the stronger the connection becomes. Roughly 2 weeks ago, I decided to look deeper into this mystery by contacting the previous owner. At first, it was all, well, pretty hard to believe. I thought that this was just him making this up to get attention or something. However, the more I listened, I knew he wasn't joking. He was very sincere about everything relating to the game, and the things he has shown me were too crazy for me to think he of all people came up with it. And the thing that confirmed it all was the fact that he was more than willing to send me the cartridge. So, without further ado, here's the game. Alright, even an idiot could tell that something is way off. In the original, the first world was the Earth. This time even the game knew this was an Earth. There aren't even any bosses in this world, but whatever. Cafir had 6 level types. The previous owner told me that pressing select on them reveals their names. They are Savannah, Jungle, Saline, Umbra, Temple, and Altar. Altar is the most interesting for reasons I'll get into later on. For now, let's start with Savannah, since it's the closest thing to my Godzilla piece as of this point. Savannah looked to be a typical grassland level. In the original game, most levels are set in outer space. Well, our solar system at least. The level had this sort of parallax scrolling effect with the grass and sky in the background. I'm not sure if the original NES was capable of this, but then again, none of this should be happening right now. Back to the game. Savannah is almost totally barren. Aside from the flying enemies in the first screenshot and the raptor monster you are seeing right now, there's pretty much nothing to find in this level. The raptor can't even harm you because you can just knock it back before he has a chance to attack you. Honestly, I expected a lot more from a haunted cartridge. This level just feels a bit off. Jungle was a dark level. The music made me feel a bit uneasy at first. It makes me feel as if I had just entered another world and there was no turning back or whatever. The level itself only had stumps as obstacles that don't drop anything, and the occasional tree in the foreground covering Godzilla. Oh, hello there. Anyways, eventually I stumbled upon this guy. I didn't quite catch him at first because of the mostly black color palette, but I instantly noticed him when he started attacking. He put up a good fight, but I didn't want to bother with this level anymore. So I thought vaporizing him with the atomic beam was a good idea. It was not. The level instantly caught fire. For a moment I was actually shocked at what just happened. My first thought after that was to get the hell out, even though I'm not in any real danger. I'd like to take a moment right here to talk about the game. So, it's confirmed the game's haunted. End of story. Encore! Actually, no, it doesn't end there. Now that I know that the game's really cursed, I wanna know why it's this way. How was it made? Why would anyone make this? What are its limits? This started as a quest to debunk some dumb internet mystery, but now it's turned into a full-blown paranormal investigation. Speaking of paranormal, for those of you wondering why I took screenshots and not real video of the playthrough, guess what? I did. I pointed the camcorder towards the television as I played, and it wasn't long before I realized what I was recording. White noise. So, Not only can the game read you, it also knows when you're trying to show it to someone else. It seems that the only way of showing the game is with screenshots like the previous owner. My theory is that the game doesn't really detect still images being taken of it, but when it realizes many are being taken of it at once, then it turns the footage to mush. I am definitely burning this game after I'm done with it. You could notice a few changes here and there. I tried going back to the jungle level to see if it'll take me to a burning version of it, but ouch. I might have caused a bit too much damage. What if I skip to the base icon? There aren't any bosses to beat, so there should probably be nothing to keep me from skipping this board, right? Wrong. I have to do the rest of the level types. This place is a white desert with not much going on. I felt a bit thirsty during this level, but it's probably my imagination getting to me. Then again, this game can do a lot of unnatural stuff and I shouldn't underestimate it. Throughout the level I saw these enemies floating by. They're too high up to visibly hurt me, so I assumed they were harmless. Well, emphasis on the word assumed. After walking for a while and finding nothing, I met this guy. He doesn't look too good.
Help me, I don't belong here.
Uh-oh, seems like he dried out or something. I better leave before I dry out too. I don't like what I'm seeing here. The spike things you see in this level are obstacles. If you break the ones with the, impaled creatures, there's a chance of it dropping a health power-up. Later on in the level, you get to see this huge quote-unquote flocks of floating creatures from the previous level. It seems they really like to drink blood from dead things. They start to attack in groups of 5 once I got close to their meal. I guess they weren't totally harmless after all. Well, hello there. Very well then. Apparently they didn't take kindly to me walking into their little feast. Gluttonous bastards. As you should be able to see, they sent all their friends after me. They did take out quite a bit of my health, but at least they also gave back health power-ups, so yeah, I didn't lose a lot in the end. The temple is a bit more complex than the other levels. Right away you're greeted with a little worm guardian mini-boss blocking the gate. He's made out of little floating components that move in a coordinated way, as to make it look like he's undulating. The only part of it that can be heard is the head. The closest thing I can compare its behavior to is the chain chomp from the Mario games. He's not too hard if you know what you're doing. Behind the gate is a room with an open fire inside it. Knocking the fire out transports you to a different room. This time there's a sad looking monster inside. I wonder what she has to say.
Your climb is the truth.
Okay. I have no clue what that means or even how to process such a statement. Let's just move on. Entering the door to the west transports you to a hallway of enemies. The purple thing has a lot of health but can't do much damage. No. The real danger are the crabs that drop from the ceiling. The purple guy is only there to keep you occupied while the crabs drop down on you. At least the purple guy drops health power-ups to help mitigate the crab issue. Entering the next room greets you with 2 evil skull-faced grasshoppers. There's the same pillar with a face in the middle from the fire room earlier. I then had an idea to somehow light up the pillar. And that's how you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Exiting the room takes you to another hallway of enemies, except there's only one type of enemy, the scorpion. He has a disjointed stinger which can act as a long-range attack. Honestly, these guys are way too hard to take care of for what they're worth. Let's just enter the final room already. Hey look, it's that sad monster from earlier. Let's see if she has anything different to say. Ow, what the hell? Yeah, take that, you son of a bitch. So far, this is the hardest fight that the game has to offer. The sad monster's attack do a lot of damage, and she has plenty of health to back it up. Not to mention my lack of health from fighting all those damn scorpions. So, it seems that all odds are stacked against me. Will I ever be able to unravel the origin or purpose of this game? Am I really going to die in the first board? No, not at all. Do you want to know how I did it? I spammed the tail swipe attack because she's too tall to hit me while crouching. She's trying desperately to use her heat beam attack on me while I'm beating her into a pulp right under her nose. How do you like them apples? Anyways, I beat her and a cutscene played.
My name is Gumo. Thank you for releasing me. I hope we may meet again.
Well, it seems that there's only one place left to visit in Cafir. Let's see what's so special about the altar. I think that's about all the paranormal I could take for today. You know, for a haunted game, you gotta admit it's not very scary or menacing at all. It's only a bit macabre at best, but then again, maybe the game's hiding something sinister and is trying to lure me in with a facade. Perhaps it's planning something big and evil beyond my comprehension. Although that might most likely be the case, I don't think I'm done with the game yet. Perhaps there's a way to understand how and why it works, and maybe even its real purpose hidden within the hardware or even the game itself. Anyhow, I will be logging off for tonight, and next time, I promise to return with more. Signed, Gary.